Hi, this week I wanted to show you how to use a feature in Schoology called the Mastery tool, which is in your options menu in all of your Schoology courses. What the Mastery tool does is it allows you to align your content to the state standards and then be able to see if students are meeting those standards. So I want to show you how to do that and then also how you would use that information. So this is an assignment that I created in my gradebook. I have not aligned a standard to it. I'm going to show you how to do that. So I'm going to edit this assignment, and I am looking for the icon that looks like a bullseye. When I mouse over it, you'll see this is what I'm looking for. When I click on it, it gives me some options, but I need to scroll down farther. I'm looking for the state standards, and we're in New York. And my quiz is on the American Revolution, so I'm in social studies, and we use the framework right now. This is the most recent. Looking for 11th grade U.S. history. And again, this is American Revolution. So I am again looking for the standard on declaring independence. And then also this increased tension standard. And I can see that this is definitely what my quiz is going to assess. So I'm going to pick this standard. I'm going to add the learning objective. And it is a little bit tedious, but it's definitely going to be worth it when you look at how your students are meeting the standards. And if you've already created the assignment, you can go back in the way I did and add them, or just be mindful as you create new assignments in Schoology to add this in. And then you can copy it to other courses and save yourself some work. So I'm going to save this, and you will notice that my standard will show up right here. And I can mouse over it and just double check what it is. The other cool feature is if I create a test or a quiz in Schoology using this option, as I add questions to the test and the quiz, I can align my question to that standard. And if I use the test or the quiz bank feature, if I want to assess students based on meeting a standard, I can just pull questions from the test bank that address that standard. So I'm going to go to my gradebook, and I only put one student in my sample gradebook. And let's say that Joey didn't do so well on this assignment. Put his grade in, and if I go to Mastery, what you'll see is that for this particular standard, he did not master this. Now, if I hover over it, it will actually give me a summary of who's meeting it, who's not meeting it. And I can also go to my Mastery settings, and I can customize my settings. So for exceeds expectation, I put an 85 since most state tests require an 85 to reach a level 4. But I can change these settings within my gradebook. So if I go back to my gradebook, let's say that, oops, I want attendance, I want gradebook. Let's say that Joey received a 90 on this quiz. Now if I go back to Mastery, now it's green and has a star because Mastery was achieved here. So this was populated with several students in a class. If I look down the column and I saw a bunch of red, that would mean that I probably would want to reteach some causes on the American Revolution, because as I'm assessing that standard, I'm seeing that most students aren't achieving in that area. Also, at the end of the year, if I add the standards to every assignment I enter into my gradebook, standards will populate across the top, and I can go across the board and see where Joey is meeting the standards, where he's not meeting the standards. So it's a different way to assess students. You're not necessarily assessing them on did they do their homework, did they participate, are they here in class, but you're actually assessing are they meeting the standards. So it's standard-based assessment here. If I'm reviewing for a Regents at the end of the year, I can provide customized review to my student because I know what areas they need review in, because I can look and see what areas that they didn't meet the standards in and provide review in those areas. So I hope this is a helpful tip to get you started with standard-based assessment. Any questions, shoot me an email. See you next time.